Stephanie and myself, Lily, are going to show you guys how Reiki is done, and she's going to kind of walk you guys through the process, and I'll share with you how I'm feeling along the way. And this should be a good way for you guys to have a little bit of a reference of what Reiki feels like, what it looks like, and we'll also talk a little bit about how the mental health aspect comes into play as well. So I'm about to go into zero gravity, but we'll keep talking along the way. So here we go. Yes, thank you. All right, so we're actually doing this using the zero gravity chair in Stephanie's office.
Which we do have a room we're setting up. And we have a massage table if you want to lay flat.
So it's kind of at your preference.
Yeah, whatever's comfortable. So when I do Reiki on clients, I just have them sit back and relax, close their eyes. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but I have some relaxing music on. And it's just for you to breathe and relax while I do what I do. And what I do is I always start at the head and work my way towards the feet. And Reiki is a no hands. So you can put hands on the person, but you don't have to. And so I always ask, because if I feel called to do it, I want to make sure that the client is comfortable with that. And if they're not, then that's fine. But most of the time I just hold my hands like this. And I just kind of feel if there's anything that I'm feeling. Reiki is very intuitive. It's an energy healing. So it's kind of what I feel called to do. Sometimes I feel called to move my hand in a certain way because I feel like there's something I need to move out of my way. Or I need to send calm energy because it might be an overactive chakra that I want to calm down. I generally tend to get really hot when I do Reiki. I've had clients get hot too. And then the rest is just kind of it's dependent on each individual what you're gonna feel. But it's not painful. You won't ever feel any pain or discomfort.
No, it's actually really relaxing. And the zero gravity chair is a little bit scary at first, but it actually is super relaxing.
Every time I initially get in it, I always think I'm falling backwards, but you're supposed to feel that way, and it's really not. Okay, so when I started up here, this would be the crown chakra at the top of the head, it was really active. It just felt tingly, on my hands. And I'm kind of feeling that at the top of the shoulders too. And so what I normally do is just hold there until I feel that dissipate. Because you want to just feel nothingness, or you want to feel a calming, just a calm energy. That means that everything's in balance. And then I always make my way, I do each side. So I'll come over and just guide my hands down. I'll stop wherever I feel called, or if I feel, something particular that feels off.
Now, if you're someone who suffers from a lot of anxiety or depression, or if you carry a lot of trauma, this is a really wonderful way to just complement your treatment plan for your therapy sessions, because you're essentially working on your mental health and your spiritual and physical health as well. So
right, and a lot of times when it's anxiety in particular, I'll feel a lot in the chest or in the head area. It'll feel just really active. One thing I almost always get is the solar plexus and sacral, which would be your stomach and digestive tract. I almost always feel something there. Mm-hmm. But anxiety and depression really affects those areas because our stress hormones really affect our digestive system a lot. And then after I do that, I'll do the center chest, and I make my way down this leg. not like, it's a lot of like tingly, but it's nothing like over the top. And then I always like to just hold over the feet. For some reason, sometimes on the feet I get giggly. I don't know why. So once I do this side, then I always come and I do the exact same thing on the other side. And so I'll go over the left or right side depending on which one I do first.
And how often do you typically recommend that a person do Reiki, Stephanie?
I mean, just for like maintenance purposes, I mean, I would almost say like a massage, like once a month is good for maintenance, or sometimes even like once every 3 to 6 months. But if you're actively having like an issue, it's probably best to come like a couple times in a month until you feel like that the issue's like calmed down or like resolved. Like after an injury, it's good to do more regularly.
Okay.
Or if you're having like an extreme bout of anxiety or overthinking a lot, like doing it maybe even once a week could be good. And I mean, also keeping in mind that it's best to do Reiki in conjunction with counseling, medication, whatever. Like it's good. It's the holistic approach. So it's just the energetic side of the other mental health care that you're already getting.
Yeah.
So then once I do this side, which I didn't get as much on your right side as I did the left. But after I do both sides, and it's longer when I'm doing an actual full session, but then I always go back over everything because I want to feel if it actually feels different or if it needs like more work in certain areas. Normally it's pretty good after the first go around.
And a typical session is anywhere from, what, 30 minutes?
30 minutes to an hour at most. Because again, it's like what I'm called on. So sometimes I might be called to use like crystals with it, or I might do like the sound bowls to get the frequency, like sound healing going. Sometimes like doing saging and stuff like that. So after I go back over everything a second time to make sure that it feels okay, I do like one last time, just like right in the center. And then when you're a certified Reiki practitioner, you get symbols that you use in Reiki, and I always do the protection symbol over that just helps like seal the healing in. So it's basically like you're not leaking energy out and you're not going to be taking energy in as heavily as you may have been before.
And this is especially like helpful if, say, you are in a household where there is a lot of tension and a lot of negative energy, just a lot of people arguing, a lot of just where you feel that there are a lot of triggers there. It's good for you to have that protection, I think, from just those energies around you.
And then after the session, I normally do like the last 10, maybe 15 minutes, depending on how intense the session is. I like to just leave for the clients to like just kind of regain. Like it's almost like getting a massage. Like you're not ready to just leap off the table as soon as you get a massage done. And so it takes some time to come around and get ready to leave. And then I also like to just talk about, I normally don't talk while I'm doing the Reiki. When it's an actual full session, I just do it. And then afterwards, I let the client know what I was feeling or what I was getting, and then have them give me feedback as well of what they felt and see, almost kind of like a little intuitive like counseling session, like what could that mean and why is it maybe happening and stuff like that.
And you, for anybody who's interested, and I'm going to say in the zero gravity chair because I don't know, I don't know how gracefully I can get out of it. But if anybody's interested in getting certified as a Reiki practitioner, Stephanie actually does certification classes, and she's got one coming up Is it in November? Or
October.
October,
I think 28th is what we said, but it's the end of October will be the level 1 and 2 course that I do together.
And you can find, and those are the essential first 2 levels that you need. Then she usually does a second class for the final certification. But you need to have 1 and 2 out of the way first. And
1 and 2 let you do Reiki on other people, and that includes in-person and distance Reiki. It will also let you do Reiki on yourself. And then the 3rd and final one is where you are able to also teach the class.
And that's the one that's going to be happening in October is $200.
Yes.
So that's a $200 class, and you can find how to sign up on our website, thetravelingtherapist.net, under
I think you said classes.
Classes under holistic services.
Okay.
And if you can't find it, you can always send us a message on the chat. But are we all done?
Yeah.
Okay. I feel much more relaxed. This view, you guys don't get a chance to look at the view that I'm looking at right now, but there's the sky, there's a huge tree, it's beautiful, the temperature in here is fabulous, the sound is just like so relaxing. So after a therapy session, maybe you have like a really strong emotional response to the therapy session, or maybe you just unloaded something that you've been holding on for a long time and you really needed to just let it out. Like, this is the most calming, the most just healthy, lovely self-care you can possibly do. So, okay.
And it's non-invasive.
Not at all. Not at all. You do not feel pain. All right, I'm gonna make it. Oh no, look, it's easy peasy.
See?
So I hope this little clip was helpful and you guys get excited about doing Reiki in the future. And you're always welcome to follow us on our social media, and also visit us on our clinics in Fort Myers and Cape Coral. Or if you want to do distant Reiki, you can do distance Reiki.
You can do distance Reiki, yeah.
So you can also give us a call and ask for that as well. All right, we're all set. You have a wonderful day.